Hey guys, how y'all doing today? And today we're going to go over some gameplay, and we're playing with game on fullpayout.com/ghost. And like I said, we're starting with an $81 load, and we end up cashing out, I think, at like $5.50 in less than 3 or 4 minutes. So like I said, in this video, I want to go over what to look for to get off the board and to go ahead and cash out and not keep trying your luck, because if you keep trying, it will run you down eventually if it doesn't at the beginning. So like I said, we're gonna get into that later on. But right now, like I said, we're gonna just begin with this. Like I said, you can also check out fullpayout.com/ghost. That's my referral link because we are not monetized. That's a basic preview of how to do it, how to get set up over there on the left hand side. It says I'm gonna get right back to you after that's over. And as y'all can see, I went over this in the last video, that basically whenever I'm shooting the lower amounts, I kind of stay constantly tapping or either holding the button on whatever I want to shoot, instead of when I'm betting big 50 cent, 60 cent bets, then I actually just tap it, and try to preserve and make my shots count. And like I said, that's not a guaranteed method, but like I said, it does work the most for me out of any other one I've tried, so I kind of stick to it. Like I said, it's always a good sign when you get the nines. I said maybe, well, yep. So like I said, most time when you get the nines, it does drop you another slot for another multiplier line. Like I said, I've never got nothing but the 1 in this video. It actually drops to 2 for me. So that was a pretty good payout, and that's what made it so I could go ahead and cash out. And basically, we're at 2 minutes into the video, and this will put me at right at $550, I believe. So like I said, that is a very good payday. Making $500 or $400 in 2 or 3 minutes, I gotta say that's a pretty good career profession. But like I said, we all know that it doesn't always turn out that way. So like I said, we all know that sometimes we lose, sometimes we win. And like I said, I don't want you to think that just because you always see me winning on these videos that I win every time, because that's far from true. Like I said, so never think that I just got the 100% magic touch to make this work. Like I said, because it's just all about strategy and learning and paying attention and seeing what works for you. And like I said, what works for you might not work for me, but like I said, it might, what I tell you and what I explain might help you get the edge that you need to find your groove to better cash out big. Like I said, also check out fullpayout.com/ghost. Subscribe and like the page. Like I said, because they're very good agents. I never had no problem with them. And they also have great rules, as I was saying. Like I said, their minimum deposit is $20. Their minimum redeem is 3 times the deposit. Maximum is 10 times the deposit if it's over a $70 deposit, and it's 11 times if it's under 70. So like I said, they cash out very fast. Like I said, no waiting on getting your accounts. Everything like that is very fast. I recommend them 100%. And like I said, make sure you tell them that we sent you. And like I was saying, if you ever see the board where after you hit the seats high that you're in, and then next thing you know, you're just staying at the same amount, you're hitting some, but it's taking it right back from you, more than likely the board's just setting you up and it's putting you in a position that it can start taking back from you without you noticing this fast. And that's where we end up losing. So like I said, if it's ever getting stagnant after you done come up with a good amount of money off of it, like I said, go ahead and get off the table, cash out, and just deposit again. Because like I said earlier, if you keep on trying to mess around with the tables and trying to get that one hit that you're chasing or whatever it is, that's how you get in a situation where you start losing more money than what you want to. So like I said, just make sure that if you feel like your table's hidden and then it stops and it's stagnant, go ahead and get out of there. Thank y'all.